Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Burrell's 1955 Topps Complete Set Group Break. I am Justin Burleson. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for buying in. If you're watching this live, I appreciate it. If you're watching the recording, thank you. So, without any further ado, let me explain how this works for those of you who are new. So, I take a list of orders from my website, and however many spots you buy, that's how many times your name is in this list. The 1955 Topps set is 206 cards. So, we got 206 names here. I'll copy those. We'll go to random.org. We'll go to the list randomizer. If you've never been there, played around with it, you're welcome to. Read about what it means to be random to them. I'll paste this list here. Then I'll randomize it 3 times. It'll be the 3rd time we stick with. That way we make sure we're nice and shuffled up. Then I will copy paste the randomized list of names right next to our checklist here. So the first card in the set, the first name in the list will get number 1, Dusty Rhodes. Second name in the list will get number 2, Ted Williams, and so on. Now, I said that there are 206 cards in this set. If you are not familiar with the 55 set, it is numbered to 210. But there were several cards that were not issued likely because of contract wars with Bowman. There are several key players from the 50s that are not in the 55 Topps set because they were in the Bowman set. But you'll see we start getting off. The first number skipped in the set is 175. So the 175th card in the set is actually card number 176. So you'll see that it'll line up just like this. So whichever card your name is beside is the card you get. So the 175th name in our list will get card 176, Norm Zouchin, and so on. So 177, but there are 4 skip numbers through here, so you'll see it get off progressively as we go along. And so the 206 card is the card number 210, Duke Snider. All right, I hope that's clear as mud for you. Let's see if I have any chat comments. Up to 14 live viewers. Thanks for tuning in. All right, and you can interact with us with the chat. There should be a box just below the player on my website. You may have to click a tab to get to the chat, or it may be called Social Stream. But without any further ado, we'll do this. So we will copy paste this list to random.org's list randomizer. So again, we'll randomize 3 times. So here's number 1, number 2, and this 3rd one's the one that will stick, number 3. So again, copy paste this right next to our checklist. Delete the extra cells here. Shift those up. All right. How are we doing? Looking good. All right. So we make it just a touch bigger. That way we're seeing. Make sure everybody can see pretty well. All right. So card number 1 is Dusty Rhodes. We won't read every single name, but I will show most of the key hits here. Well, I'll show all the key hits and a few extras. So number 1, Dusty Rhodes. And I'll post the full list on my website right after we're done here. So number 1's Dusty Rhodes, goes to Clay Bailey. There's Dusty. Card number 2, Ted Williams, goes to Dustin Norton. There's Ted. Here, help you out by actually showing you the card, huh? So there's Ted. Here, let me pull this over so I can see on my other screen. All right. So, Ted's number 2. Now that I'm done goofing around, we can move through this a little faster. Sorry about that. All right. Card number 4 is the next hit we'll look at. Al Kaline goes to James Hopp. Next hit we'll look at Hal Newhouser. Card number 24 goes to Stephen Rice. Next card we'll look at is number 28. Ernie Banks goes to Andre. PSA 3 example. Next hit we'll look at is card number 31, which is Warren Spahn. Goes to Nathan Lindgren. There's the Spahn. Next hit we'll look at is card 47, which is Hank Aaron. PSA 4 example of Hank Aaron goes to John Pelletieri. Sorry, John, about mispronouncing your last name there. I'm sure I didn't get that right. But nice hit. Next up is card number 50, Jackie Robinson. Goes to Kenneth Wilson. PSA 3 Robinson. The next card we'll look at is card 75. Sandy Almiros goes to Rob Webster. The next card we'll look at is the other Sandy in the set. Sandy Koufax, card number 123. Goes to Nathan Lindgren. Then our next hit we'll look at is next card up, 124, rookie of Harmon Killebrew. Goes to Ettore Siafi. Next up, we'll look at Harry Guinness, who's card 152. Goes to Nathan. There you go, Nathan. Next card we'll look at is 155. Ed Matthews goes to Pat Gillespie. The next is a card that was overwhelmingly a favorite in our Facebook giveaway contest. People wrote on the Facebook post or on the wall for a Burl Sports page what their favorite card in the set was. And overwhelmingly, it was Roberto Clemente, card 164. And that goes to John Pelletier. There you go, John. Next up, we'll look at Gil Hodges, card number 187. And Gil Hodges goes to Rob Webster. There's Gil, PSA 5 example. Next up is card 194, Willie Mays. Goes to Taylor Napier. There you go, Taylor. Next up is Yogi Berra. Card 198. Goes to Matt Paxton. PSA 4 example of Yogi. And the last, but certainly not least, we'll look at the last card in the set. Duke Snider. And Duke goes to Andre. And there's Duke for you. So we looked at the top hits in the set break. I'll post the full results on my website here shortly. As some of you noticed last time, there's a bit of a delay in when some of you are able to access it. There's a technical explanation for why that is. I don't understand it, but if you're on a desktop, you will be able to see it sooner than on your mobile or tablet. But I'll post that up, send a link out again. It'll just be the same page if you're viewing the break on my site. You can just refresh it, and there'll be a table below those, below the player. But thanks again for tuning in. Thanks for buying into the break. Cards should ship out by Saturday or Monday at the latest. Thanks for joining us, and have a great rest of your Wednesday.